Let's start with an opening invocation. Join your hands at your heart chakra. To the Supreme God, Divine Father, Divine Mother, my beloved Guru, Grand Master Choksui, Lord Maha Guruji Meling, all the great ones, holy gurus, holy masters, saints, archangels, holy angels, and all the spiritual helpers to my higher soul, to each and every person joining this session, to Rhonda Byrne, each and every person connected to this book, The Magic, to the universe. Thank you for your priceless blessings. Thank you. So today we are going to do the activity of day 7. By now, you should have 60 things that you are grateful for. 3 relationships plus 5, so at least 3 relationships that we did on the relationship day. 5 qualities of those relationship per relationship. Then you can add 1 relationship with 1 quality every day. You know the magic rock technique. You know how to today I hope you monitored your thoughts all throughout the day. Health, you need to be grateful for your physical body and each and everything, each and every organ. And the emotions about money. We already spoke about techniques that would help you generate more financial abundance. So this is a very nice chapter. Honestly speaking, I've already read this chapter before, and it's really the entire book is really very good book. But this is also one chapter that really touched me. So this chapter is called The Magical Way Out of Negativity. So, in my personal journey of being an energy worker, a professional healer, working with the chakras and energy bodies of the people, I have honestly come across everybody literally using the term that they are feeling negative today or these days or from past 1 month, or they feel negative in particular demographic, particular house, particular office, with particular person, around particular person. That's something that is too much, I think, too much in common with all of us, including me, like, I mean, let's just face it, of course, because we are a little sensitive. We are sensitive people, and we become more sensitive to the energies around us. So, all of us kind of face these problems wherein situations wherein, we meet somebody, we feel low. Sometimes we, go to a place, we feel, or sometimes we just enter a place, even if it's a restaurant, and we just do not want to consume anything. So that's absolutely normal. But you know what? Sometimes you cannot escape those, uh, escape these situations. Sometimes you have to go through it. But anyway, let's see what this chapter has to offer. I'm not going to disclose anything yet. So this is The Magical Way Out of Negativity, chapter number 7, page number 77. Now, day 7, chapter number 7, page number 77. So when I was reading this book for the first time, I was like, okay, day 7 starts from page number 77, so 777. And if you have all done the session with me with angelic numbers, it's a 777 number. So maybe that's also why I was really interested to read this chapter, and obviously it is a very good chapter. So the chapter begins with, a thankful person is thankful under all circumstances. Baha'u'llah, Persian founder of the Baha'i faith. Whether it's a relationship in turmoil, financial pressure, lack of health, problems in a job, negative situations arise because of a lack of gratitude over a long period of time. Whether it's your health, relationship, finances, your life is not moving forward, it is said that a negative situation arises because of a lack of gratitude over a longer period of time. If we are not grateful for each of things of our life, we are unintentionally taking those things for granted for a ride. Taking things for granted is a major cause of negativity, because when we take things for granted, we are not giving thanks in return, and we stop the magic happening in our life. Just as giving thanks to others will always lead to our life magically increasing, so must taking things for granted always leads to our life decreasing, magically decreasing. Are you grateful for your health when it's good, or you just start doing the gratitude affirmations when you're feeling a little sick? Or do you only notice your health when your body gets sick or hurt? Are you grateful for your job every day, or do you value your job only when you hear there will be cutbacks? Are you grateful for your pay or salary every single time you receive it, or are you just grateful for it when, or do you take your pay or salary for granted all the time? Are you grateful for your loved ones when everything is running smoothly, or do you only talk to others about your loved ones when they are in problems? Really, 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 very, very valid points. Rhonda is trying to teach us. Are you grateful when your car is working well, or do you think of your car when it breaks down? So today, my car has gone to service, and I'm telling you guys, honestly, I'm not joking. It's not like I'm not used to, taking the cabs and everything, but because of the Corona time and everything. But I've been really missing my car, and I've been just thinking. I've called the service provider also like 3 times. Can you please give me my car, because I have some things to do later on. So, good point. Like, are you grateful for your car when it's working well, or do you only think of your car when it breaks down? Are you grateful to be alive each day, or do you take your life for granted? So please do not take your lives for granted. I mean, see, these are just one and a half lines. These are just one and a half lines that is written by Rhonda, but very, very deep meaning. Do you even understand what it means to wake up every day? And I'm very, very sure, we all have had, we all know somebody from our families and somebody from our friend circle, social circle. Okay, so I'm watching this series on Netflix, which is called Buddha. It's from 2013, so because it's a Hindi series and everything. So in this series, there's this woman who kind of goes to Buddha with her dead child, um, I think a few months old dead child, and says that, can you please bring my child back to life? And he says, yes, I can. So she's like, I'm so happy, you can bring my child back to life. So he says, but you have to bring me mustard seeds from one house. So she's like, that's it? Is that what's going to take my child to come back to life? That's it? So he's like, yes, but these mustard seeds that you're going to bring from any house have to be from a house who has never ever experienced any death till today. So she goes with her with the dead body of her child in her lap. She carries it and goes to each and every household of her village and asks everybody that I need to have like a handful of mustard seeds, you know but I can only take it from a family who have never ever experienced any death, in their lives. And she could not find not even one household where there was no death. So I'm sure we all know somebody from our family, or we just have had people, because that's the universal law. If you appear, you will disappear. As I have to, as this is how I like to address this universal motion, that we appear and we disappear. We are always here. Anyway, so that's another topic altogether. But see, we kind of start taking our lives for it's just like how if somebody leaves their physical body amongst our loved ones, and just start missing them so much. And there are a few sayings also about the dead, that uh, dead get more dead people get more love than the living, something like that. But you are alive right now. Are you grateful that you're alive? You are doing so much, you're creating so much. So are you just grateful that you are alive right now? So please, 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 that's something. And I'm telling you, this is something that, without even reading this line, this is something that I write every day, because I am able to do so much good work every day I'm evolving every day because I have this physical body. So I'm really grateful. I'm in a place in my life wherein I don't even write everything about. I just know that I'm grateful for my eyes and for my hair, for my skin, because I know that everything is just protecting me, keeping me together, so that I'm able to do so much, evolve so much, you know, create the purpose of my soul so much. So this is something that people just tend to forget very easily. And please feel grateful that you are alive. That's something that you should really acknowledge from the bottom of your heart. Anyway, not to delay much because it's a slightly a longer chapter. uh, Taking things for granted result in complaining, negative thoughts, and negative words. So when you complain, by the law of attraction, you must bring more things into your life to complain about. If you are complaining about the weather, the traffic, your boss, your spouse, or the service of the company, you're not being grateful. You're pushing your dream life further away with every complaint. Now you understand that complaining, negative thoughts, and words are taking things for granted. Now you understand that when something goes very wrong in your life, you have unintentionally not being grateful for it. It is impossible to be negative when you are grateful. It's impossible to criticize and blame when you are grateful. And the best news is that if you have any negative situation in your life, you can transform it with gratitude. The negative situations will disappear if you puff off the smoke, just like the negative situations will disappear in a puff of smoke, just like magic, with the ingredient of gratitude. First, as difficult as it may be, you have to look for things to be grateful for the negative situation. Understand this, you have to look for it. In the sense, even now, the technique begins. Now you are entering into your dinner party that everybody you feel is against you. Now you have entered your house, your office space, where you feel that everybody wants to see you fail and not succeed. So first, as difficult as it may be, you have to look for things to be grateful for in the negative situation or any situation. No matter how bad things are, you can always find something to be grateful for. Walt Disney, who knew the true magic of life, showed us how to do this in his movie Pollyanna. Disney's 1960 movie Pollyanna featured the Glad Game. If you haven't seen this movie, you please do it tonight. People who are from India and people who have this weekend today, please watch this movie Pollyanna. It's a 1960 movie. It's called it's featured the Glad Game, which had a profound effect on me when I was a child. I played the Glad Game featured in the movie through my childhood and adolescence. The, to play the Glad Game, you look for as many things as you can to be glad about, especially in any negative situation. Walt Disney demonstrated the magical power of gratitude in Pollyanna. Thousands of years earlier, Buddha demonstrated the way to use the same magical power when he said, "Let us rise up and be thankful. For if we didn't learn a lot today, at least we learned a little. And if we didn't learn a little, at least we did not get sick. And if we actually did got sick, at least we didn't die. So let us all be thankful today." Gautam Buddha, founder of Buddhism. And I'm already watching these series on Netflix, which is on Buddha and it's in Hindi, but it's something which is amazing. And you have to really take out time to watch this. So I'm going to read this again. Let us rise up and be thankful. For if we didn't learn a lot today, at least we learned a little. And if we didn't learn a little, at least we didn't get sick. And if we actually did get sick, at least we did not die. So let us be thankful today. Gautam Buddha, founder of Buddhism. Let Buddha's word be your inspiration, and today take one problem or a negative situation in your life that you most want to resolve and look for 10 things to be grateful for. I know it can be challenging to begin with this practice, but Buddha is showing you the way to do it. Make a written list of 10 things on your computer or your gratitude journal. As an example, your problem might be that you are out of work, or despite your best efforts, you're still underemployed or unemployed. To magically turn this situation around, you have to do a concentrated practice of gratitude on this situation. Here are some examples of what you might say. Now, please pay attention. I want you all to please pay your absolute attention for the next 10 points that I'm going to read. Here are some examples of what you might say. I'm so grateful to have more time for my family during this period. I'm so grateful that my life is in a lot better order because of the spare time I have had. I am so grateful that I have had a job most of my life and that I am experienced. I'm truly grateful that it is the first time that I have been unemployed. So you have to pick your own sentences and you have to affirm those. I am grateful that there are jobs out there and more new jobs are appearing each day. I'm grateful for all the things I've learned in applying for jobs and in going for interviews. I'm grateful that I have my health, that I can work. I'm grateful for my family's encouragement and support. I am grateful for the rest I have had because I needed it. I'm grateful that through losing my job, I have realized how much having a job means to me. I've never realized that until now. As a result of unemployed person's gratitude, they will attract different circumstances and their current situation will magically change. The power of gratitude is greater than any negative situation. All you have to do is practice gratitude and watch the magic take place. Let's take another example. A son whose relationship with his father is troubled. The son feels that no matter what he does, it may seem to be good enough for his father. It never seems to be good enough for his father. So you can use these techniques for your partners, kids, teachers, bosses. This is a relationship. I'm grateful that most of the relationship in my life are really good. I'm grateful to my father for working hard so that I could have the education that he didn't get to have. I'm grateful to my father for supporting our family through my childhood because I didn't have a clue then how much work and money it took to keep our family going. I'm grateful to my father for taking me to basketball every Saturday when I was a child. I'm grateful that my father is not as tough on me these days as he used to be. I'm grateful that my father cares so much about me. I'm grateful that through my relationship with my father, I have learned that I have to have compassion and a greater understanding with my children. I'm really grateful when I get to laugh with my father. Some people never got to do that because they don't have a father or they don't have now or they never had one. And for others who have lost their fathers and mothers, they will never have the chance to laugh with their father ever again. I'm so grateful that I have my father because amid the tough times, there have been good times and there will be more good times ahead of my father. As a result, the son's heartfelt feelings of gratitude for his father, he will change the relationship for the better. Remember, you can tell your gratitude is working by the way you feel. You should feel a lot better about the situation after practicing gratitude. The first evidence of gratitude's magical power working it is your feelings lifting. When you do feel better about it, you know the situation will improve and the solutions will appear. The answer to any negative situation you want to resolve is to focus on concentrated, concretized gratitude on it until you feel better inside. In making your written list, make sure you list each of the 10 things you are grateful for in the following way. I'm grateful for, or I'm truly grateful for dash 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 because. And finish the sentence with what you are grateful for. You can also use Walt Disney's way of using gratitude. I am so glad that dash because dash. And finish the sentence what you are glad about and why. Once you have listed 10 things you're grateful for, finish the magical way out of negativity practice by writing thank you, thank you, thank you. So what you need to do here is, I hope you've understood what you need to do. You need to identify today. See, this is not as same as the 10 things that you write every day as your gratitude prayer. What you need to do is you need to identify one situation today, one situation tomorrow, and every day. Or eventually you can write just 5 points about that situation. And you need to find 10 things about that situation that you're grateful for. Your work, your household, your children, your relationship, your health, whatever is your something that you feel that is not working for you. This is the end of this chapter. Finish the rest of the sentence with something, anything that you're grateful for. Take this magic lifeline with you and grab a hold of it whenever you need it. So, a quick recap: the magical way out of negativity. Count your blessings. Till now, you should have 60 things. Choose one problem or negative situation in your life that you want to resolve. Write 10 things about that situation that you find positive. Just for today, see if you can get through one day without saying anything negative. So tomorrow, um, if it's your non-working day, then day after tomorrow, see if you can get with one day without saying anything negative about that situation. If you notice yourself thinking or saying something negative, use the magic lifeline. Stop immediately and say, but I have to say that I'm really grateful for. Do it, say it wherever you are, even if you are, at your workplaces. And if you just suddenly say something which is not very positive, stop and say, but I have to say that I'm really grateful for dash, 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 dash. Just before you go to sleep tonight, hold your magic rock and just identify one thing that is the best thing that happened today. Tomorrow's chapter is the magic ingredient. So tomorrow's session will begin at 3:45 p.m. What are we going to do is that we are going to first do a twin heart meditation that I'm going to address. Um, and then after that, we will do the book reading. So the session begins at 3:45 with the meditation and then the book reading. And the next meditation that I will do will be at 8:30 p.m. on Wednesday, and then the book reading. So I'm going to do meditation sessions twice in a week. And because I want everybody's energy to lift, because I feel very energetic all day, but I want all of you to feel that positive and energetic all day long. So that's that. And one more thing that I want to tell you is that now the YouTube videos that I put on YouTube are open for all. They are for public. Please feel free to share them, because I want more and more people to get attached to this book reading and feel the magnificence, the abundance that universe has for them. And that's it. Thank you for joining. And then now let's close the session. To the Supreme God, Divine Father, Divine Mother, my beloved Guru, Grand Master Chokoksui, Lord Mahaguruji Mailing, all the great ones, holy gurus, holy masters, saints, archangels, holy angels, and all the spiritual helpers, to Rhonda Byrne, each and every person connected to this book, and to all of you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, and thank you. I'm going to read the chat. Okay, so significance of 777, I will tell you all later. Thank you, Vani. And okay, so the name of the movie is called Pollyanna. It's by Walt Disney. The movie is Pollyanna, Polly ANNA. So thank you all for joining. I'm just going to quickly upload the video on YouTube, and you are free to share it with people. Bye-bye.